Good morning, welcome to Vanik, and we will start discussing the FTD Omas paper. First question is, in the context of non-Brahmin movements in India, consider the following pairs. Especially the question is asked about the books against anti-Brahmin movement, against caste system. So, Kudi Arasu book, this is Isara. Isara book is not written by Ambedkar, it is wrong. In such type of questions, you have to find which at least one is wrong or one is right. Suppose it is very famous that Ambedkar has written the book, Who are the Sudraj? Who are the Sudraj? It is written by Ambedkar. So 4 option is wrong. It is written by Ambedkar. So if 4 option is wrong, obviously here it is not possible to eliminate in this situation. Yes, 3 option is right. Harijan is Mahatma Gandhi. So 3 is right. So all those options, yes. So if 3 is right, A is automatically eliminated. Because Harijan is written by, it is a monthly, it is a publication by magazine by Mahatma Gandhi. So obviously A option is wrong. Next is Kudi Arasu, it is E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar. This is also right. So 2 and 3 are right. So even if you know that these 2 are right, there is no option. These 2 options are automatically eliminated. Right? So Kudi Arasu written by E. Ramaswamy Naikar and Harijan is written by Mahatma Gandhi. Who are the Sudras? It is written by B.R. Ambedkar. Isara is written by Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. Mahatma Jyotiba Phule has written Isara. Mahatma Jyotiba Phule also written the book Gulamgiri. Okay. So 2 and 3 are the answer. Books. Next. Consider the following with respect to Mahatma Gandhi's experience in South Africa. Mahatma Gandhi started his weekly paper Indian Opinion as a means to serve and consolidate the Indian community. It is right. His weekly newspaper was Indian Opinion in South Africa. Next is during Second Boer War, Gandhiji created Indian Ambulance Corps to help the British. Yes, Indian Ambulance Corps to help the British during the Boer War. He worked in that. Then third is Gandhi's Smuts Agreement, signed in 1905. No, this is wrong. Gandhi's Smuts Agreement, it is signed in 1940, right? 1914. It is not in 1905. So third option is wrong, and third option is wrong means these 3 options are automatically eliminated. So obviously 1 and 2 are right. Even if you know that Gandhi's Smuts Agreement, it is occurred in 1914, you can simply eliminate all the options. That is only 1 and 2 are right. So during Second Boer War, Gandhiji created Indian Ambulance Corps. Next question, with reference to Simla Conference, right? Simla Conference came after Wavell Plan, 1915-1945. Consider the following statements. It was attended by both Mahatma Gandhi and M.A. Jinnah. Lord Wavell accepted that Muslim League is the sole representatives. Muslim League is the sole representative. Muslim League is the sole representative of Muslims in India. This is wrong. Second statement is wrong because it was a demand of Muslim League that, see, Wavell has divided caste Hindus and caste Hindus and caste Muslims, right, in 2 groups. But Muslim League demanded all the caste Muslims should be represented by Muslim League only, not from the Indian National Congress, because in Indian National Congress there are also Muslims. So that was the demand of Muslim League, but it was not accepted. So 1 only is the right. It is said that Wavell has did it wrong here because he has created a caste Hindu caste. This is one type of manifestation of the division of India on the basis of religion. Okay. So only 1 is right, Wavell's plan. See this Wavell's plan, cabinet mission, your Indian Independence Act, then August offer, quit India movement, all these series are very important. Nehru report, Pune Pact, Simon Commission, these all are very important. You must go through go through them. And also your for example, Government India 1909, 1919 and 1935, they are extremely important. Right, next question is yes, which of the following text was compiled by Buddhist monk Nagasena? Buddhist monk Nagasena has the written in the book is a Buddhist monk Nagasena, Milinda Pannu. He has written Milinda Pannu. The book is written by Nagasena is Milinda Pannu. Right. Next. It's a dialogue. It's a dialogue between the king and the Buddhist monk Nagasena. Next, which of the following text was not composed by Banavatta? Banavatta, Kadambari, Banavatti has written Kadambari. He has written Prabhati, Parinayan. He has also written Harsacharita. Banavatta was the court poet of Harsavardhan. He has also written Harsacharita, but he has not written Lilavati. Lilavati was written by Bhaskara II. Bhaskara II in 1195 AD. Right, Bhaskara II. It is about arithmetic, geometry, algebra. Lilavati. The book Lilavati is about arithmetic, astronomy, algebra, etc. Lilavati is written by Bhaskara II. Okay. Harsacharita, Harsavardhan. During Harsavardhan, Huensang came to India. Okay. His capital was in Thaneswar, Harsavardhan. He was defeated by the Pulkesin II. Pulkesin II was defeated Harsavardhan. Harsa was defeated by Pulkesin II by the in south. Okay. Next, which of the accompanying destinations of Indus Valley civilization a dot model of Furo is found? It is found in the Banwali. Banwali, it is present in Haryana. Haryana Banwali. Right? It is present in Haryana, where we also get barley and some images of male and female. Right? Male and female images. It is found in Banwali, Haryana, present in Haryana. Barley, evidences of barley is also found in Haryana. It is the Indus Valley site. Indus Valley all are important. Indus Valley civilization, in all the exams there are many, in almost all exams they have asked what are the excavations that belongs to which site. So you must go through Indus Valley civilization. Next question, yes, Satyameva Jayate, very important question. Many times it has also asked in some exams. Satyameva Jayate, it is in which Upanishad it is mentioned? It is in Mandukya Upanishad. Satyameva Jayate is mentioned. What is Katha Upanishad? Katha Upanishad, it is about Jama and Nachiketa. Jama and Nachiketa. Nachiketa is a Brahmin child who wanted to die, right? Who wanted to die, but Jama was not interested to take him. That is the discussion between Nachiketa and Jama. Okay. Next, Chandogya Upanishad. Chandogya Upanishad, it's about various sacred hymns and mantras are there. Chandogya Upanishad. Right. Upanishads you should have, like Atreya Upanishad. You just have to need a brief information about these 5 important Upanishads. Right. Upanishads are the interpretations of Vedas. Next, which of the following treaties brought an end to the independence existence of Peshwa Bajirao II? Peshwa Bajirao, independence existence of Peshwa Bajirao II. This is Treaty of Vasai. Treaty of Vasai that came in it is 1802 in which Treaty of Versailles is signed. So 1802 Treaty of Versailles, this Convention of Wadagan, it is 1779, right? Treaty of Purandar 1665, Treaty of Purandar, right? Treaty of Purandar 1665, and Treaty of Salwai, it is 1782. These are the timelines. Treaty of Salwai. The important treaties. These are the important treaties. See, these important treaties and important wars like the Maratha War, First Maratha War, Second Maratha War, right? Similarly, the war between suppose the Hyder Ali or Tipu Sultan, right? Various types of, you must, Battle of Buxar, Battle of Plassey, all these timelines of the wars are important. You must see them once. We have tried to touch every subject, every topic, every subject, important parts of the syllabus. Next is human papilloma virus vaccines provide protection against which of the following? Human papilloma vaccines, HPV. In case of diseases, in many times in from science, you will general science, especially from biology, you will see many questions are coming from diseases. Diseases, vitamins, they are always very important. Human papilloma virus, it belongs to cervical cancer, right? Cervical cancer, human papilloma virus. In case of AIDS, it is HIV, right? Human immunodeficiency virus. In case of chickenpox, varicella zoster virus in case of chickenpox. So you must see the which of the following, for example, in case of malaria, that is Plasmodium vivax, right? The female Anopheles mosquito. In case of TB, that is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So various diseases and the pathogens which is caused by whom, it is very important. You must see them. Okay. Quality of musical note depends on which of the following? Sound physics belongs to sound. It is amplitude of the wave. Amplitude of the wave. Amplitude means, what do you mean by amplitude? Amplitude means, suppose this is a wave. Suppose this is a wave. The distance between, so this is the, this is amplitude, right? This is amplitude. The maximum displacement or the distance between this is called as mean position, this is called as extreme position, or maximum displacement is called as amplitude. Amplitude is called maximum displacement. Maximum displacement is called as amplitude. Okay. And what is this is called as wavelength. The distance between two crests, these are called as crest. These are called as crest of a wave. The distance between two crests is called as wavelength. These are called as troughs. These are called as troughs. These are called as crest. The distance between two crests or two troughs is called as your that is called as wavelength. And what do you mean by frequency? Frequency means let's see what is time period. Suppose this is a cross section and this is a wave. The time taken by one wave to cross a cross section is called as time period. Time period. Time period is the time taken by one wave to cross a cross section. One wave means one crest and one trough. And what is frequency? Frequency means frequency f equal to 1 by t, 1 by time period. Frequency f equal to 1 by time period. So frequency equal to 1 by time period, and the frequency means the number of waves that passes through a cross section per unit time. In what unit time, how many number of waves that passes through a cross section is called as the frequency. Next, so it is the amplitude of the wave that's the quality of the music. Which of the following statements about hydrogen are true? Hydrogen are the most abundant element in the universe. Hydrogen is a gas at room temperature and pressure. Hydrogen is a non-renewable energy source, right? First thing, by common sense, you can say that hydrogen is a renewable energy source, right? Why? Because government is promoting hydrogen. So obviously this option is wrong. Third option is wrong. So anywhere you see 3, it is wrong. Obviously C becomes wrong, right? Hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe. This is true. It is a hydrogen is a gas at room temperature. Yes, it is a gas. It is not a solid. It is not a liquid. You can by blindly you can say that this is right. Even if you don't know this, you can say that 2 is right option. So if 2 is right, obviously it is a gas because we don't find hydrogen in liquid state. We do not find hydrogen in gas in solid state. So obviously it is a gas at room temperature. So if 2 is right, then obviously this B option is wrong. Now we have 1, 2 or 1, 2, 4. Hydrogen can be used as a fuel in the internal combustion engine. Yes, government is promoting hydrogen vehicle. Obviously by common sense you can say that 4 statement is right. And if 4 is right and 2 is right, 4 is right. So obviously 4 option is D option is right. Even if you don't know about option 1, right? Hydrogen is used, where hydrogen we use, it is used in cryogenic engine also. We use hydrogen in cryogenic engines. Cryogenic engine means, that is cryogenic engines, it is in the 3rd stage of GSLV, right? GSLV means geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle. It has 3 stages. First is solid state, second is liquid state, third is cryogenic state. Cryogenic means extremely low temperature. So hydrogen is stored in extremely room temperature, because in extremely low temperature, or that is around minus 250 degrees Celsius, hydrogen liquefies, and hydrogen is highly volatile. We cannot store hydrogen in gaseous medium. As it is highly volatile, we have to, as it is highly volatile, to store it in liquid form, we have to bring such a situation, condition of minus 250 degrees Celsius, because at minus 250 degrees Celsius hydrogen liquefies, and we can use it in the GSLV, geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle, the most powerful launch vehicle of India at present. So it is 1 to 4 option are right. Infrared and visible satellite images might provide a way of determining cloud thickness and altitude, a way of distinguishing between wet and dry clouds. This is wrong. A way of identifying clouds suitable for cloud seeding. This is first option is right. Infrared and visible satellite images, they are determining cloud thickness and altitude. Okay. These things you just by observing you can say that this cannot happen. New clouds, old clouds, what is the, it is not something that is we need. Next, which of the following space agency acts as a single window nodal agency to address needs of private sector in India's space program? Yes, this is InSpace. InSpace, it is a special body that is created by the government for private sector participation. Private sector participation in the defense, in the space sector, in the space industry. Antrix Corporation, it is the commercial arm of ISRO. Commercial arm means it only takes the contracts from the various countries. That is the commercial arm of ISRO, that is Antrix Corporation. But InSpace is specially created to promote the private sector participation in the defense, in the space sector. What is the aim of nano mission? See, whenever you get some questions like objective, aim, or causes, applications, causes question like or applications or aim, generally 95% of cases all of the options are right. All of the options are generally right, or causes almost all of the options are right. Just read the options. If you are not finding an option which is extremely illogical, then that is the answer. If every statements are average, then that is the answer. All of the above will be the answer. Obviously, nano mission, research and development in nanotechnology, obviously, that will be aim. Establishment, because aim is always multiple, so many aims. Employment, provide employment, provide growth, provide economy in every dimension. Establishment nanotechnology development center, obviously this is human development in nanoscience and technology, obviously. So all of the answers are right. The greatest variety of animal and plant species can be found in. Where we can greatest variety? Simple thing. It is a common question, very easy questions. It is tropical moist forest. Deserts, no. In savannas we will get more diversity than the deserts. In taiga region is just the moderate region of tundra region. In tundra you will not get anything, only ice will be there. Taiga is the moderate level of tundra. Temperate deciduous will get many species, but in tropical region where we will see extremely high rainfall, especially in equatorial regions, tropical regions, among the 5 or latitude is 5 degree or to north and south, then obviously we will get maximum tropical forest, moist forest, where there will be heavy rainfall and high sunlight also. That there we will get maximum biodiversity, maximum animal and plant species, that is biodiversity. Will find a tropical rainforest. Red soil is caused by, yes, there is iron oxide in the red soil, so it is caused by iron compounds. Red soil, iron oxide, around 10% of Indian soil are red soil. Presently iron oxides are there, so that is why red soil it causes iron compounds. Okay, it's not very well developed. Red soil is not very good for the cultivation purpose. Alluvial soil is the very highest percentage and also good for cultivation purpose. Which of the following factors are responsible for the formation of tides in the ocean? Why tides are happening? Alignment of earth and sun and moon. You can apply logic here, right? Try to solve all these questions with logic. Try to apply logic as much as possible. So first question, alignment of earth, sun and moon. Shape of, obviously, so they will attract by the gravitational force. There will be formation of tides. Tides means the high crest of a wave. These are tides. Okay. Shape of bays and estuaries, obviously they are also shape. Right, continental shelf, how the continental shape of beach. Whether it is deep or whether it is shallow, then obviously if it is shallow, then tides will be formed automatically. Relative distances between the moon, sun and earth. Yes, obviously the distance, because gravitational force that shape the distance. Local wind and weather patterns in ocean. Obviously, if local winds are flowing, towards the land area, obviously there will be tides. So all the options are right. Right. I have said what are the causes, factors or causes, all options will be right. Here also all options are right. When the cold Labrador current and warm Gulf Stream meets, it's led to high rate of precipitation in the regions and formation of fog. Right. What is the, yes. Now the question is, what happens when cold current and warm current they meet? Both the statements are right. In those regions there will be high precipitation and also in fog. So both those statements are right. In case of Newfoundland also, there will be high, these are the regions of high fishing ground also. High fishing ground, like in Japan there is OAS current and Kuroshio current, they both meet each other and that is a high fishing ground. So both options are right. When cold current and the cold current and warm current they meet each other. Then pick Namcha Barwa, Nanda Devi, Nokrek. Which of the following are the currently Namcha Barwa? It is the, yes, Nanda Devi, it is right. Kumaon Himalaya, that is right. Nokrek is not Sikkim Himalaya, it is the highest peak of Meghalaya, so this is not right. Namcha Barwa, it is not in Garhwal Himalaya, it is in Tibetan Himalaya, right? Tibetan Himalaya. So only B option is right. Only two option is right. Okay. Everest, the various the river system like Ganga, at least Ganga river system, Brahmaputra river system, and Ganga, Jamuna, Brahmaputra, plus the Indus river system. At least you read this. And in southern area, in southern states, Godavari and Krishna, Kaveri. At least this much you should read their origin and where they meet to which river. Important. Which state Union Territory Department has collaborated with National Hydroelectric Power Corporation to develop hydrotourism in the world's highest hydropower project? See, the question is highest hydropower project. Highest. We have, for example, Pangong So Lake, that is the highest freshwater lake. Obviously, Gujarat is not, it is, obviously this is wrong. You can get confused between Uttarakhand, Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir. Here answer is Ladakh. Right, highest freshwater lake, the Pangong So Lake also present in Ladakh. So, the elevation is highest. So, it is, the State Tourism Department has collaborated with the National Hydroelectric Power Corporation, NHPC, to develop hydrotourism at world's highest hydropower project. Which are the following statements regarding the benefits of pulses in the environment? Pulses enhance soil fertility and reduce the consumption of major fertilizers. Yes, reduce the consumption of major fertilizers required for cultivation. It enhance the soil fertility. It is also true. See, I have asked benefits or applications. The roots of the pulses and legumes contain soil enriching bacteria collectively known as ribosome. Yes, so it helps in nitrogen fixation. Pulses perform biological fixation in the environment nitrogen. Yes, all the options are right regarding pulses. Right, all the options are right regarding pulses. 1, 2 and 3. So it is one type of, yes, that enhance the soil fertility, because if you want to sustainable agriculture, then also you need such type of agriculture. After paddy, you have to go for pulses. Then again paddy, because when you mixed cropping, in case of mixed cropping or intercropping, what happens? You will get the benefit. Different plants and they need different nutrients. So in soil, as there are different nutrients are present, you can go for any. So if different crops are planted, then they will use different nutrients. If a single, in case of monocropping, so single crop, when single crop is planted, that is a big problem, because that will create the issues of nutrition deficiency in the soil. Next is insectivirus fish is used mosquito control. Mosquito control. It is used by UP government, that is Gambusia mosquito. Gambusia mosquito. It is used for mosquito control. See how the nature is balances each other. It has different, it's all automatic system. So because they eat these fishes, they especially eat the larvae of mosquitoes. Larvae of mosquitoes. So UP government is using Gambusia fishes in different water bodies. They will eat the larvae of mosquitoes. So automatically the mosquito control will happen. That is Gambusia fish. But there are also some threats regarding Gambusia fish that need to be considered. Next question is, Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee is constituted under Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee is constituted under Food Safety and Standards Act 2006, Geographical Indication of Goods Registration Act, Goods and Registration Act 1999, or Environment Protection Act 1986, or it is Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee, GEAC, especially to give the permission from GM crops. GM crops, now we have GM crops like BT cotton, BT brinjal, DMS mustard. These are the three that have got permitted. Practically now the farmers are using the DMS mustard. Sorry, BT cotton only widely is used. If any GM crop that is widely used, it is BT cotton. Okay. So these GM crops, who permits the GM crops? Because genetically modified crops, they may create a threat to our existence also. They may create any type of disease, they may cause genetic mutation. But genetically modified crops are very good with respect to their efficiency. right? Very well, for example, they are drought resistant, they are pest resistant, they can exist in the adverse conditions, they can also give high productivity in case of high temperature, low rainfall, or even low rainfall. So we are adopting genetically modified crops, and which genetically modified crops and a particular genetically modified crops is allowed after wide research for almost a decade or many years. So it is primarily the job of genetic engineering appraisal committee that will give the permission of that allow the genetic recommendation to allow the GM crops to the government. If governments feel there are political issues with respect to it also feels right, then government will accept it. So yes, it is established under Wildlife Protection Act. It is Environment Protection Act 1986, Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee, right? You must go for all these acts because they are very important. Food safety, this is for example FSSI, Food Safety Standard Authority of India, statutory body is established under Food Safety Standard Authority of Standard Act, right? Environment Protection Act 1986. It gave huge power to the central government to exercise its power against environmental pollution. For example, Wildlife Protection Act 1972, it has established various bodies like NTCA, Tiger Conservation Authority, and wildlife protection body, various bodies for wildlife protection. There is also all other important acts regarding environmental is, for example, Water Prevention and Pollution, Water Prevention of Pollution Act 1974, right? Then you have Forest Conservation Act 1980. You can also write PESA, Panchayat Raj Extension to Scheduled Areas 1996. That is also very important. 2002 Biodiversity Act, 2002 Biodiversity Act. So these are the important acts, the 7 acts, and also Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960. These 7 acts are very important so far as the environment is concerned. So here our answer is C, Environment Protection Act 1986. The ozone layer is useful for living. Ozone layer is useful for living beings because it protects them from, why? It serves as a source of oxygen. It's a very simple question. It serves as the source of oxygen. It maintains the temperature of the earth. No. It maintains the nitrogen cycle of the earth. It protects them from harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun. It's very easy, right? Ozone layer. So D is the answer. Okay. Ozone layer. Next question is global dimming. What is global dimming? Gradual increase in the temperature of ionosphere is called as global dimming. Gradual loss of biodiversity hotspot is called as global dimming. Or gradual reduction in the amount of global direct irradiance at the Earth's surface. Yes. Amount of irradiance in the Earth's surface. That is called as global dimming. Increase the temperature, this is wrong. Global loss of biodiversity. Reduction in the amount of global direct irradiation, this is the global dimming. Increase the melting of ice in polar regions. No, this is not called as global dimming. Right. Direct irradiance, that is reducing, that is called as global dimming on the Earth's surface. So C is the answer. Photochemical smog. Photochemical smog do not contain which of the following? This photochemical smog, or which do not contain, it is not contain pan or ozone or nitrous oxide or carbon dioxide. It do not contain carbon dioxide, right? It contains sulfur dioxide. Photochemical smog. It do not contain carbon dioxide. So D option is wrong. So D is wrong. Photochemical smog. Photochemical smog means smoke plus fog. That is smog, especially seen in the lower atmosphere during the in industrialized areas during the evening. That is called as photochemical smog. With reference to Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, consider the following statements. It was established by the World IPCC. It was established by the World Meteorological Organization and United Nations Environmental Program UNEP in UNEP in 1988. It provides governments and at all levels with scientific information that can use to develop climate policies. It doesn't itself engage in scientific research. Yes, it doesn't itself engage in scientific research. It provides government for policy advices. It is established by WMO and UNEP, right? UNEP is established in 1972. Headquarters is Nairobi, Kenya, and they have jointly developed IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. So all the options are right regarding IPCC. Which of the following is a fiscal policy tool in India? Fiscal policy tool in India. What do you mean by fiscal policy? Fiscal policy is the policy of the government of India. Monetary policy is the policy of RBI, right? So fiscal policy, it is repo rate it is generally decided by the RBI. How much should be the repo rate? Repo rate is the rate at which RBI lends to the banks. Reverse repo rate is the rate at which banks lends to the RBI. So that is related to your monetary policy. Monetary policy, the policy of RBI is called as monetary policy, and the policy of government is called as fiscal policy. Goods and service tax, yes, indirect tax, which is indirect tax, corporate tax, which is direct tax, public infrastructure spending. It's about the government. It is what finance ministry decides. Anything that is decided by the finance ministry is called as fiscal policy. Anything that is decided by the RBI is called as government, is called as monetary policy. So repo rate is not decided by the RBI. So 1 to 4, obviously these answers are really. So 1, 3, 4 answers will be right. So B is the answer. Next, which among the following is a function of RBI? Function of RBI, it is print currency or bankers to banks, regulate the stock exchange, stabilize the rupee. Print currency, obviously it is primary jurisdiction of RBI, printing currency. Now RBI is bringing e-rupee, right, digital rupee. See, e-rupee, in e-rupee you don't have to print anything. There is no operational cost, there is no damage of e-rupee. You don't need any internet, any smartphone to transact in e-rupee. You don't need any bank also to transact in e-rupee, right? Regulate stock bankers to bank. Obviously, there is a PCA framework. PCA means prompt correction action framework. Prompt correction action framework. PCA. Suppose a bank's health is not good, and it is, for example, there is loan of bank is very high, capital adequacy ratio or NPA has become very high. Then RBI will take the control of the bank. Right? All the major decisions of the bank or of a particular bank will be taken by the RBI. That is called as PCA, Prompt Corrective Action Framework. So it is called as bankers of bank. It regulates the banks. Regulation of stock exchange, it is run by SEBI. SEBI is a statutory body. It is established in 1992. That is Security and Exchange Board of India. Security and Exchange Board of India 1992. That regulates the stock market. So stabilization of rupee, yes, stabilization of rupee means generally at rupee is now it is free and floating regime. So it takes various steps to stabilize rupee, like currency swap with different governments. It is taken by the RBI, right? Different measures to strengthen rupee, that is a measures taken by RBI. It's a part of the monetary policy. So except 3, all of them, so 1 to 4 are the right options for these functions of RBI. Which of the following is true for this? Which of the following is true for disposable income? Right? Disposable income is the difference between private income and indirect taxes. No, private income and indirect taxes, that is not disposable income. Disposable income is the difference between personal income and indirect taxes. Disposable income is the difference between private income and direct taxes. Personal income and direct taxes. Disposable income is the, because indirect taxes is not something fixed. The more purchase, the more you purchase the goods, the more it is the taxes. It is not possible for the it is not possible to calculate how much each individual is spending for taxes by through indirect tax. We can overall calculate the indirect tax, but which individual is spending how much indirect tax, we cannot. Government do not have any such data, because government don't know who has purchased a biscuit, either you or your neighbor. Nobody, government has no data regarding indirect taxes. But disposable income is the difference between personal income and direct taxes. That is the disposable income. Suppose your salary is per month, suppose it is 2 lakhs, how much you are paying the taxes, income taxes. What is the rest? That is not taxed. That is the disposable income. That is the difference between personal income and direct taxes. Consider the following about call money market. Call money market. It is an interbank money market. Where funds are borrowed and lent for 1 day. Collateral is required to borrow money from this market. Still the correct answer. See, you have to also think whether it is correct or incorrect. Many times you have to, this is the first, there are chances that in the exams 3 and 4 questions will be by mistakenly wrong. And 3 and 4 questions matters a lot. It will give you around 9 marks. And your selection will be in that. So even if you have just carefully, answering the questions, then also there are major chances that you will qualify it, just by carefully doing the things. Because 9 marks is a big, it's a big number. Many students who are getting failed are just, gap is very low from the cutoff. So you have to think, you have to always see what is correct and what is incorrect. Now call money market, interbank money market. Is a interbank money market means if one bank needs a particular amount of money for few time, for example, they have to show their SLR, that is statutory liquidity ratio, right? That is verified in every 15 days, for example. Statutory liquidity ratio to the they have to keep the money with themselves to show the RBI. So by any reasons, interbank money market. So no collateral. Obviously, if one bank is asking money to another bank, they will not give any collateral. Collateral because it is given in case of any person where there is insecure loans. For example, a particular individual is taking a loan, then they will have to give some collateral, right? So without collateral, this loan is given. So only one option is the right answer. Which government is also known as, which of the following is also known as paper gold? It is government securities, bitcoins, or government securities, bitcoins, or gold bonds, or special drawing rights of the IMF. So which of the known as paper gold? Paper gold. Government securities, they are very secure, but they are not paper gold. Bitcoins, there is no chance because they are cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. Gold bonds, SDR of IMF, special drawing rights of IMF is called as paper gold. SDR. Each country has some certain amount of SDR. There are various types of SDR of IMF also, like renminbi, dollar, euro. These are SDRs. Which of the following institution releases global wealth report? Global wealth report. It is Credit Suisse Group. Credit Suisse Group, it releases important global wealth report. That is because it always search about the research about income of households. This is about income of households. It helps in policy making and analyzes the inequality, right? Recently, Oxfam has released very important, Oxfam has released a report that is regarding inequality. Regarding inequality, always Oxfam releases report. and that is survival of the richest. Survival of the richest. This report is released by Oxfam. So Credit Suisse Group, it is releasing global wealth report that talks about household incomes. Which among the following are included in the public debt? Public debt. Government debts to institutions and people in the country. Loans raised from public by various companies. Obviously this is wrong. Loans raised from the public by various companies, no private. What are the private companies are taking from the public? That is not public debt. Loans advanced by the banks to business houses. This is not also public debt. Government debt to institutions and public people of the country, that is called as public debt. So only one is the answer. Payments Vision 2025. It is recently released by RBI because yes. You can by logic also only payment vision. It is payment means that is related to UPI. So Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India, IRDAI, they established in 1999. It is a statutory body. It's only deals regarding insurance. So this is wrong. It is only regarding insurance, not regarding payments. Security and Exchange Board of India, it is established in 1992. It only works regarding the stock market. Pension Fund Regulatory Authority of India, it is become statutory in 2013. It's a statutory body, but that only works regarding pension. So regarding payments, it is the RBI that has released a report. Okay. NPCI also works regarding payments. UPI, National Payment Corporation of India. It is established under Payment and Settlement Act of 2006. Payment and Settlement Act. Payment and Settlement Act of 2006. Okay. 2007 or 6. You will see it just 2007. Payment Settlement Act. Which is the following the exclusive powers of Lok Sabha? Exclusive powers of Lok Sabha. Only that means only Lok Sabha can do it. Rajya Sabha do not have any role. To ratify the declaration of emergency, no. Declaration of emergency will be done by both the house. To impeach, to pass a motion of no confidence against a council of minister. Yes, no confidence motion can be exclusive. Yes, exclusive power of the Lok Sabha. To impeach the President of India, you need both Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. They need to sign. They need to pass a bill with a special majority. That is 2/3 of the total members of the House, total members of the Lok Sabha and total members of the Rajya Sabha. Highest majority that is required to impeach President. So only is the answer. With reference to anti-defection law, consider the following statements. Anti-defection law. What is anti-defection law? Anti-defection law, it is a law especially to control the horse trading. Horse trading is a phenomenon that is when especially no government is clear in clear majority, they purchase the MLAs of other party, right? That's why anti-defection law was brought. The law specifies that nominated legislator cannot join any political party within 6 months of being appointed to the house. This is wrong. They can join within 6 months. They have to join within 6 months. Nominated members, right? But independent members cannot join. The law does not provide any time frame within which the presiding officer has to decide a defection case. It is right. Presiding officer means the Lok Sabha speaker or Rajya Sabha, the Lok Sabha speaker or legislature speaker. So this is right. There is no time frame. It is with defection is completely under the, it is in the 10th schedule, it is mentioned in the 10th schedule. It is up to the speaker. Anytime he can decide. Is the final authority to regarding decision regarding defection. So 2 only is the answer. Consider the following statements. Attorney General, Article 76 talks about Attorney General and Solicitor General of India as the only officers in the government who are allowed to participate in the meetings of the Parliament of India. No. Solicitor General is not allowed. Attorney General is allowed. Attorney General is the first law officer of India. He can take part in the proceedings of the House. He can sit in the proceedings of any court within the territory of India, but he is not. But Solicitor General is not allowed to sit in the Parliament. But Attorney General only can sit in the proceedings. Attorney General do not have any power of vote in the Parliament. According to the Constitution of India, Attorney General of India submits its resignation to the government when appointed by the regimes. No, it not government. Nobody sends resignation to government, especially they send resignation to the President of India, right? He is works during the pleasure of the President, right? During the pleasure of the President means indirectly it depends on the Council of Ministers or the Prime Minister, but resignation is submitted, official resignation is submitted to the President because he works during the pleasure of the President. So neither one nor two is the answer. Right to privacy is Article 21, protection of life and personal liberty, right? In the K. Puttaswamy case of Supreme Court, K. Puttaswamy case, right to privacy, K. Puttaswamy case, K. Puttaswamy case in the Supreme Court, right to privacy verdict came, Article 21, protection of life and personal liberty. In Article 21, you will get many inferences like right to sleep, right to have clean drinking water, right to have environment. These are various interpretations of Article 21. And K. Puttaswamy case is a very important case that says that right to privacy is a fundamental right. Based on that, government is bringing data protection law. Data protection law, that is better. Data protection is a bill. It is not, till it is not passed, it is based on a committee was also established after that, that is B.N. Sri Krishna committee. Very important, B.N. Sri Krishna committee is established by the government for data protection because right to privacy is a fundamental right. Okay. Next, which of the following has the power of legislate in matters which are neither in union list nor in state list nor in concurrent list? That is obviously, that is the residuary power. Residuary power lies with the Parliament, the central government or Parliament. Residuary power lies with the Parliament. That are not mentioned in the state list, concurrent list or the union list. These lists are there in the 7th schedule of the Constitution, right? 7th schedule talks about the various lists. That means where, for example, there are various entries in union list in which dimension only union government can make law. In which dimensions only state government can make law. For example, Panchayati Raj, only state government can make law with respect to Panchayati Raj. Similarly, in certain dimensions, both central and the state government can make laws. That is, for example, and in that case, for example, any dispute arises between the state and the center, or the both state government and the central government make laws. Obviously, the law made by the central government will prevail. That is called a residuary power of the residuary power. It lies with the Parliament. So A is the answer. Yes, you must like this video and share. Okay. Which article of the Constitution of India deals with the appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court? Appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court, that is Article 131, right? Supreme Court has various jurisdictions. For example, appellate jurisdiction, that means in case of anybody who is not satisfied by the verdict of the High Court or of the lower court, they can go to the Supreme Court. That is appellate jurisdiction. There is also original jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Original jurisdiction means if there is any dispute between the states and the center, or any dispute between the states and the states, or any dispute between a group of states with center, then all those issues will be solved by the Supreme Court. That is the original jurisdiction of Supreme Court. There is also another jurisdiction that is called as, for example, that is called as advisory jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Article 143. advisory jurisdiction of Supreme Court. That means President can ask for any advice from the Supreme Court regarding any matter, and it is up to the Supreme Court, he may give the advice or not, right? In only one case, that is regarding removal of UPSC chairman, what are the advice tendered by the Supreme Court, it is bound by the President to implement that advice. In case of only if the case is regarding the removal of UPSC chairman. In all other cases, Supreme Court is not bound to give its advice, and the President is also not bound to take the advice. Another important law article is Article 136, that talks about the special leave petition. That means special leave petition, Article 136, Supreme Court can interfere in any matter. Okay. Which of the following are correct with respect to extension of President's rule? Extension of President's rule. A proclamation of national emergency should be in operation in the whole India or in the whole or any part of the state. Election Commission must certify that general elections to the Legislative Assembly or the concerned state cannot be held on account of difficulties. Yes, this is right. A proclamation of national emergency should be in operation in the whole India. Especially President rule can be applied in case of violation of constitutional machinery. In case of violation of constitutional machinery, in this case also, their President's rule can be applied. National emergency. So both the statements are right here. Generally, President's rule is applied in case of when there is violation of constitutional machinery in the state, not administrative machinery. That means if corruption occurs, then you cannot dismiss the government. ABCD campaign. ABCD campaign, it talks about, it's in Wayanad district of Kerala. It's a particular district of Kerala. It talks to provide basic documents of to the tribal people, like Aadhaar, like ration card, all these things, basic documents, voter ID. It is started, ABCD campaign. It is started by for the tribal community by the Wayanad districts in Kerala, but limited to a particular district. Consider the following statements with respect to national beekeeping and honey mission. Beekeeping and honey mission. This is a centrally sponsored scheme that aims to overall promotion and development of scientific beekeeping and production of the quality honey and over bee products. Yes, obviously it is right. National beekeeping scheme is implemented through the Ministry of Agriculture. Yes, both are right. Honey keeping, beekeeping, they are related to beekeeping. It is related to the jurisdiction of Ministry of Agriculture. So both the statements are right. Next is, which state has flagged off the Vande Bharat Express on 13 December? See, Vande Bharat Express, it is the recently, that means recently which state has, it is West Bengal. Vande Bharat Express, it is the indigenous express, highest speed, top speed around 180 km per hour it can move. So that is Vande Bharat Express, indigenous top speed. Another express, that is Super Vasuki. Remember Super Vasuki, that is the longest train. That was also in news. Super Vasuki train. Longest train, around 3 kilometers, around longest train of Indian Railway, Super Vasuki. PM Narendra Modi has inaugurated 26th National Youth Festival organized in Hubballi, Karnataka in 12 January 2023. What was the theme of this event? It is Viksit Bharat, Viksit Yuva. See, Viksit Bharat, Viksit Yuva. Viksit Bharat, Viksit Yuva. It is the theme of the 26th National Youth Festival. Okay, for empowerment of youth. With the Best Picture of the Year award, New York Film Festival Critics Award. Best movie, that is this Tar. Best film, Tar, on the Best Picture of the Year award, New York Film Critics Circle Award, right? Which of the following can be used in acid-base indicator? Yes, acid base indicator, that means whether it is acid or whether it is a base. Red cabbage leaves, onion, and phenolphthalein, that is all the three options, all the three are right. They can be used as acid base indicator. Rohini Nair prize, why Rohini Nair prize is given? It is given to a youth, right, especially young Indians under age of 40 years, recognized who have exemplary contributions to the society. Young Indians, that is D is the answer, Rohini Nair prize. Project 75 for Indian Navy related to the construction and design of which of the following? Project 75 obviously submarine. 6 submarines are constructed under the Project 75, that is this INS Karanj, INS Vela, INS Bhagir, INS Bakshir, INS Kalvari, right, these all are constituted under the submarines, that is Project 75. So the discussion is